Okay, guys, welcome back to Ashmore Arboretum. I'm Joshua, and I want to talk to you guys today about something called successional planting. What successional planting is where you're able to plant more than just one batch of crops in a particular growing season. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Here we have our contender green beans, and you can see they still have flowers on them, and they are still producing, and these things are still producing pretty well. But my sweet peas this year did not do very well, so I went ahead and pulled them out. And I replanted the sweet peas with Blue Lake green beans. So about the time that these contenders are done growing, these Blue Lakes will just about be ready to harvest. This way I can extend my growing season, I can extend my harvest season, and I can get a better production. These are both legumes, so they are fixing nitrogen and putting it back into the soil, which in turn helps the production of the crop next year. You can do the same thing with carrots. I grew carrots this year. I grew a variety called Sweet Petites. They got about 6 inches long. They're really sweet. They're really good. But after I picked them, they were only about a 60-day carrot. I planted some Danvers. Well, the best way I found to sow Danver carrot seeds and carrot seeds in general, if you're not going to make the soil blocks, which I did a video about that, and I much prefer that if you're putting them under grow lights, is to broadcast them and then thin later. So what I've done here is I got a tarp to cover these up. And I broadcasted a whole bunch of Danver carrot seeds in here. And if you see right here, I don't know how well you can see that, and up there, they're just now starting to germinate. Now I'll come back through once these get a little bit taller and I'll thin them out. But I'm hoping for about 300 or so carrots in this bed. And then once those carrots are done growing, again, they're about a 60 to 70 day carrot or so. Once those carrots are done, I'll come back through and it'll be just about time to harvest my onions. And I'll replant this entire bed with onions. And I'll show you that process too later. But successional planting is one of those things that can help a gardener with not a whole lot of space get a large crop production. I have ample amount of space here on our homestead. However, I still like to do this because we like to put up. We like to seed save. We like to give our foods as gifts. And anytime I have a surplus, I am not above giving it away. That's one of those things that I grew up in a very Christian homestead, and we like to help others when we can with what we can. So, I will take our surplus, and I like to barter with my brothers, and they grow different varieties of stuff than I do, and so none of it goes to waste. But with successional planting, you can get 2, sometimes 3, depending on your growing season, but you can get definitely 2 crops in a particular area in a given year. Now, one thing I did do is I did go through and I refertilized this soil after we planted it with some 433 fertilizer. Just put a little bit of nutrients back into the soil after we harvested the peas. But honestly, I didn't really have to do that. The green beans, they are nitrogen fixers. They take nitrogen out of the air, and then they are able to break it down and put it into usable format back into the soil. So that's one of those things that I didn't have to do, but I chose to do just to help with production just a little bit. Look at these green beans right here. This weekend, I plan on canning some of these up. And of course, we'll save some for seed for next year. We're a big advocate of seed saving. Oh yeah, those look good. So Until next time, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. And as always, if you enjoyed this content, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It gives me the motivation to keep on recording this stuff. I'm doing it every day anyway, but it gives me the motivation to grab a camera and film what I'm doing. So thanks for watching.